J-Drone here. What's going on, guys? This audio is being recorded via the $20 1080p cam. We have it on the SYMA again. It's almost prime time for recording, really not dark out, so let's give this a go. Alright, now this is being recorded overlaid because otherwise all you would hear is the motors on the SYMA. And look at the video quality, dude. This is very impressive for $20. Again, I'm at prime time to record, and that prime time mark I've dubbed at like 11 a.m., maybe 10:30 a.m. to about 1 to 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m. tops. It's actually 1:30 right now. It's 1:30 p.m. and that keeps the sun above your head pretty much, where it's not going to get in the camera's view, where it's not going to blind out the camera, where it's not going to create constant contrast, light and dark contrast. As you'll see through 90% of this video, I'd say 99% of this video, the contrast on this imaging did not change. As we get down further, you can see off to the left, and there is a flag in front of us. I am dealing with a little bit of wind. I am in the second speed setting. The SYMA is not having much issues with it, but I'm not able to keep it as steady as I would have liked it. But again, it's really not about the quad. I mean, it's kind of about the quad, the impressiveness that this drone can lift this $20 camera. It is only 7 grams, but you could see that flag right there just constantly blowing. It's about the video. It's about the video quality. And look at the video quality here, guys. This is just par of amazing for something for $20. I've paid more for action cams that don't even shoot in 720p. My first one that I started off my YouTube video was only a 720p, and I think I might have paid $40 from it from Walmart. But we're gonna continue on going here. We're gonna take a little walk fly into the town adjacent to the one that I live in. And dude, you're gonna be able to see another hands-down reason why you probably want to get one, if not 2 of these, because eventually, just like the Firefly Q6, when I was touting that and putting that on everything, they sold out quick, and it took a while for the company to replenish their supply, because they only get so much, and they probably don't anticipate on selling them like hotcakes. Especially, this is old. This isn't a super new camera, but it's new to me, and I'm sure it's new to some of you guys. So they probably have stock that's been sitting there, and it's like, wait a minute, why is it moving so quickly? Well, maybe because nobody's done this. People have stuck this on race drones, and again, I've just caught the drone to make sure it's still recording, because I still have yet to charge this battery on this camera since all the flying that I'm doing. So that's why I caught it, just to make sure it was continuing recording as we decide to go into this town here. But yeah, man, I'm thoroughly enthused, very impressed with this camera. It fits the Bugs 3, and there you can see a little transition change as we're getting into the shadows. It did it very minutely, and then it kind of transitioned back to like, hey, wait a minute, it's not that dark. We don't need to go to that hardcore transition change like it does when it's like towards the 7-8 o'clock hour at night, and it needs to concentrate on the ground, which it does really well, and then try to concentrate on the sky, then it gets dark. Again, we're prime time right now. You're probably not going to get any better video off of this than this. The only thing that I could think is maybe 12 noon. 12 noon, no wind. That might be the only way you're going to get better video quality than this. And again, look at it. Look at it. I'll go ahead and take this up a little bit, that way we can see some rooftops here. With the wind, I didn't want to go too sky high just because I know the wind's much higher up here, but as we go up here, you can kind of see some rooftop of the garage and whatnot. And no jello. Anybody see any jello? It's windy. I'm flying directly into the wind. I don't see any jello. It's quite impressive. It is quite impressive. Okay, maybe a little bit of jello, and maybe a very little bit on those trees for a couple seconds there. I call it how it is. I tell it how it is. I tell it how I see it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I thought I saw just a little bit, but again, we were flying directly into wind. If you can see that church steeple over there, that is where we are heading. We will do a little church canvas off to the left, off center of the road to the left. There's a gold steeple. That's where we are going, and this is hands down one of the best ways you could do a camera quality test, because we are not just flying in a field where we're dealing with constant greens and constant yellowish colors. We're dealing with an array of colors here. Obviously, you have your neutral house colors, then we have our green, then we have the color of the road, and as we pass by cars, The cars are all different colors, so you get to see the full functionality of this camera. And stay tuned, guys. I might be able to FPV this. Might be able to FPV this camera just like I did with a GoPro and just like I did with the Q6. I'm waiting on the slow boat to send me a wire that I'm going to have to modify, and then once I do that, if we can get this FPVing and recording, what? Double knockout, home run. Dude, I'm gonna do some work with this. This camera is not gonna go away anytime soon. Just like the Q6 hasn't. I still utilize the Q6. I'm actually gonna take the Q6 out today on the Free X drone because I got a new battery for that. If you like the Free X drone, have the Free X drone. Stay tuned for the video for that. We're gonna do a little recording, but basically we're gonna be doing battery testing on an aftermarket battery that just fits in the battery bay. Have a look-see. And time, guys. I'm sure you can see how much time's left. We are almost at the 6-minute mark. This, again, got about a 9-minute flight time. I guess I'm going to have to run this until it hits the ground. Because I'm pretty sure this will get an 11-minute flight time. I've been bringing it down as soon as the LVC lights flash. As soon as those lights flash on the arm, I've been bringing it down. And bamzo, there's the church. And again, you got a silver car there. You got extreme gold on the top of this. You got neutral colors on the church. You got green on the bottom. Everything is coming out crisp. It is coming out mighty crispy for a $20 1080p camera. Link for the camera will be down below. Down below, get you one, get you two. If you got kids that like to record, if you got kids that are into the whole GoPro scene, and you want to get them stocking stuffers, dude, this is the perfect size to jam in a stocking, and it's $20. It's not the cost of a GoPro. Am I comparing this to a GoPro? Not really, but kinda. I mean, look at the image quality. Obviously, a GoPro is going to run a couple $100. This runs $20. So price comparison, buck for buck. You do the math on which one you find is better. I like my GoPros. GoPros for me are for some great action camera recording. This right here is basically swap and pop on any quad that I have. And again, it came with a angled mount for you FPV drone racers. If you want to stick this on a drone and get better image quality than you would with your DVR, that's actually what this is designed for. I don't think this was ever designed to go in the front of a Bugs 3 like I put it, and I found out that it goes in there perfectly, or that it was going to be on the bottom of a SYMA X5C-1. This is what it is, a SYMA X5C-1. And the only difference between this X5C-1 versus the X5C to me, I think, is the radio. I think the controller that I'm operating this drone off of has better range. I think that's the only difference. I could be wrong, but I think that's the only difference. And we're just going to canvas the church here a little bit. Again, we have gold that was on the top in shadow here. It's picking it up very nicely, and again, we've only seen one transition, so 99% of this video it tried to transition under those trees once, but then countered, like, nope, don't need to, and then went back. We're gonna go in front of the church and we're gonna do a light climb upwards. We're not going to go all the way to the top because, again, I'm literally breaking my neck looking up as I'm flying this upwards, and there is wind that will come off of this at some point. But look at the image quality, and again, we got a little bit of sun in there, which blurred it for the first time. But come on, guys, $20, $20. Impressive, very impressive. Firefly outdid themselves with this. The Firefly Q6, they definitely outdid themselves with that. That is a 4K that will also shoot in 1080p 60 frames per second. I believe this is shooting in 30 frames per second. If you haven't subscribed, guys, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Any questions, comments down below. Definitely put a thumbs up. Link for this and the SYMA and a bind and fly SYMA will be down below if you want to check them out. And again, we've brought it down on the LVC, so we could probably flown it for like 1 or 2 more minutes, but no reason to kill the battery.